Even though Moon Knight is releasing in a few days, we practically know nothing about the villain. At first we assume that Ethan Hawke might be playing Dracula or Sun King, but from the trailer and leaks, it doesn't seem like that's the case. Instead, it seems like Hawke will be playing Arthur Harrow, a lesser known Moon Knight villain. While we've known this for a while, since the first trailer came out and the subtitles revealed the character's name, many people were hoping to see one of Moon Knight's more notable villains in the show, like Sun King or Black Spectre. But according to KC Walsh, there is no Sun King in Moon Knight. Sounds like that idea was ditched early on for something more original. But we're already getting Midnight Man, Arthur Harrow, and Bushman, so any more villains would probably be too many for a 6-episode show. We did get some possibly amazing news from Oscar Isaac recently though. The actor was asked which 2 Avengers he'd like to see Moon Knight team up with, and Isaac said he'd rather team up with the Midnight Suns, characters like the Punisher, Ghost Rider, Daredevil, and Blade. The further we get into Phase 4 and the more projects are announced, the more it seems like the Midnight Suns are being set up in some capacity. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will be the MCU's first horror movie, then we're getting the Werewolf by Night Halloween special, we of course know that the Blade reboot is coming, and there's even been mention of a Man-Thing project. So Marvel Studios really seems to be heading more towards the darker, more horrific side of the universe, and Moon Knight would be an amazing addition to it. Next, we basically just started 2022. Moon Knight is the first project releasing this year, and we haven't even gotten it yet. But what if I told you that we may know exactly what projects are coming in 2024? Take this with a grain of salt, but one of the most trustworthy sources, Murphy's Multiverse, seems to know exactly what projects will come out in 2024. According to their Hypothetical Marvel Studios release calendar, the first project releasing in 2024 could be World War Hulk on February 16th. We already know that World War Hulk is actually coming, and according to KC Walsh, it's supposed to start filming at the end of this year. Then would be the Daredevil reboot from March 13th to April 17th. Following that would be Deadpool 3 on May 3rd, and the Okoye Disney Plus show from June 5th to July 10th. Next would get Captain America 4 on July 26th, and the Scarlet Witch solo project from September 18th to October 23rd. I hope that the Scarlet Witch project is a movie, but I would say to trust Murphy's Multiverse more because I obviously don't have the same sources as them. So the project could and probably is a show instead of a movie. It's also worth mentioning that following the recent Scarlet Witch solo project announcement, which has been corroborated by multiple sources and said to have a 2023 production window, it's also Wanda's 60th anniversary in 2024, so it would be the perfect time to release that show. After the Scarlet Witch project will be Shang-Chi 2, hopefully titled The Legend of the Iron Fist, on November 8th. And immediately after, from November 27th to January 1st, 2025, will be the 10 Rings Disney Plus show. Again, take all of this with a grain of salt because none of these are confirmed yet, and things can and probably will get moved around from now until 2024. But this list at least seems like a really good starting place, and to be honest, would be a really good year for the MCU with a lot of heavy-hitting projects. I mean, World War Hulk, Daredevil, Deadpool 3, a Scarlet Witch solo project, and Shang-Chi 2. What more could you ask for? And lastly, in an interview with Cinema Blend, Morbius director Daniel Espinosa revealed if Spider-Man already exists in the New York City that Jared Leto's Michael Morbius calls home, saying of course. I mean, Spider-Man exists in almost all Spider-Verses, or the universes that existed in the Marvel Universe. If you read the comic books, that's the whole idea of that kind of Marvel string theory, if you would call it that. It's very related to, if you remember, the alternative Seinfeld. You have a world where you have the same characters, and it's all of the characters, but they're slightly different. So in almost all universes, you have Spider-Man, or a Fantastic Four, or a Tony Stark, or a Morbius, but they will be in a different tone. So this along with the recent news that the Spider-Man Murderer poster, which showed Tobey Maguire's version of Spider-Man had been removed from the movie, seems to confirm that neither Andrew Garfield nor any other Spider-Man will appear in Morbius. This also means that the version of Vulture we'll see in the film will not be the same version from the MCU. Like Espinosa said, it'll be the same character, but a different version. So it's just a variant that looks the same as the MCU version. But let me know what you guys think about all this. Would you like to see Moon Knight in the Midnight Suns? What do you think of the 2024 slate? And would you have liked to see Spider-Man in Morbius? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you will never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and remember to wash your hands and stay safe.